right, see, we got music, kid. And here we are. We're back. Scott.
It's been a while.
It's been a little while. I'll give you some time to think about all your Met team guys. But Scott, we got someone in the house here.
Let's welcome my son Ryan to the show.
Ryan, what's up, Ryan?
Ryan's a huge Met fan.
You guys are doing good today?
We're doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So good to see you here. Look, so now, Ryan, how I always ask him, same story. I'm just gonna ask you how you became a fan, how you became a Met fan. What happened?
Just growing up every day, the Mets game on, just watching them play every night, 7 o'clock, 7:30. With my dad, just wings, nachos, everything you can imagine on the table for a game.
He mentioned that. He did say that. He said he hugged you out all the time, and you couldn't wait to come home, and you smell the cooking. It's like a Met game must be on, right?
We had good times. Making the wings with the blue cheese and all that crap, so, Well, I just want to say, welcome to Shea Studios.
Shea Studios?
Yeah, I renamed the studio right here. It's called Shea Studio.
Remember, Shea got knocked down.
Well, we're rebuilding it right here, so we're in Shea Studios. So welcome everybody to Shea Studio.
Nonsense. Well, I'm being attacked by two Met guys here. That's not cool. Oh. It's all good. But listen, last show, I was talking about my all-century Yankee team.
Okay.
So and I gave you some time, a lot of time to think about your team.
There's no time. I didn't need time.
It seems like you needed time because I haven't seen you in a bit.
If it's right there, So it's right there. You know who's going to be there.
Well, I kind of had some ideas, and you kind of messed me up a little bit with my names.
Little list. So
now, Ryan, you have you haven't been watching the Mets that long, but you must have favorite players. It just happens, right?
Of course.
So, but what's your catcher? Who's your catcher?
All time?
All time.
Gary Carter.
Gary Carter, very good. Now, did you get to see Gary? I don't know. Did you see him a little bit at all?
I remember watching when he passed away, some of his highlights, and I just watching him going up against Mike Piazza. I just think Mike Piazza definitely has a way better bat, but all around defensive and bat, Gary Carter's my pick.
That's my boy.
Now, do you remember seeing him as a Ducks manager?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right, because he was a good Ducks manager. All right, so who is your catcher?
I agree with my son.
All right,
I agree with my son.
Let's stay here then.
Exactly what Ryan said.
All right, let's go back to first. What you got?
First, just off knowledge, I would probably, my dad would say too, Keith Hernandez.
No, what would you say? You would say that, Keith.
Me?
Who would you say? No, who would you say? Because I don't think you didn't watch Keith either. But who would you say?
Growing up, I've seen the main first baseman I used to watch. He's nothing crazy, but Ike Davis. I just remember, I'm pretty sure it was his 2013 season. He did pretty good, a solid 30-something home runs, I think. That's
good. That's solid. That's real. Because you grew up seeing people. I grew up seeing certain people. They wasn't the best, but that was my favorite.
You didn't see Mickey. You didn't see the Babe.
I didn't see them, but
you had them on your list.
I had them, but Donnie Baseball would have been my pick. But then I have to go
You got to do your research.
Right. Because we were talking about this, I did some research, who would be the best all century. Then I look back, but my favorite was Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly, but he wasn't the greatest. He's not even making the Hall of Fame, but that's still my favorite. I grew up watching him. So who's the first guy?
I got to go with Keith Hernandez.
Yeah, you guys, I got to agree on that. I got to agree.
I got to go with Keith. I saw Keith. Keith is the guy that turned the team around with that trade coming over from St. Louis, and the team just, then they got Gary, and history was made.
I'll let you take over. Go ahead, take over, especially your team.
You want me to take the rest of my team?
Yeah, tell me what you got.
Okay, go ahead. Second baseman, I got Edgardo Alfonzo.
I like him. I met him.
They moved him from third to second when Ventura came over.
Yes, he's good.
And he took it well. He took it. He accepted to move over to second base, and he played a good second base.
Well, I like him because I met him at my son's college. He was doing a talk for everybody.
Right.
I think his son's he's probably be done now, but he was playing ball at the same time. So he's a good guy. Good guy, nice guy. Keep going.
Keep going.
What's your team?
Shortstop.
I
would have to go with Jose Reyes.
Jose
I would
Reyes.
have to go Jose Reyes. Even though I was a big
Reyes.
Kevin Elster fan at shortstop. Rafael Santana in '86. Kevin Elster came in after him. I like Kevin Elster. Kevin Elster was a great defensive player, but his bat was, it was decent. But
Reyes
was.
You like Reyes too?
I do like Reyes.
Now Reyes hung out on Deer Park High School a few times. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, and back when Jordan was playing, I forgot his name right now, but he was playing shortstop for the Deer Park Falcons. And
Matt Jacob.
No. He ended up going to Freddie Dickinson, and Reyes would come and work out with him.
Really?
You know, yeah, right here, right here in Deer Park.
I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, so Reyes is, throws himself around, which is nice. And what else you got?
What else I got? Where am I? What position now?
Well, you're shortstop, so
Let's go to pitching.
pitching. Wait, hold on. Let's finish with third base. Third base.
Third base. I got to go with David Wright. You know,
Captain.
I got to go with the captain. You know, I like Tojo, but he was a good. You know, but David Wright, he was the full package. You know, he was a great captain.
He was the face of the team, right?
He was the face of the team. So
What you got over there, Ryan?
David Wright.
They're right.
Hands down.
All right. Like
So-
I always say, the only title he won, captain. Okay, keep going.
Same as Don Mattingly, right?
Yeah, yeah. Keep beating him.
Same type of players.
Yeah, no, I like
Same type of players.
Love
They were
Dan.
hard. They were.
Love Donnie. Same thing. I hear you.
And second baseman, it was a toss-up. I'll get back to second baseman. I had Wally Backman on. I was going with Wally.
Wally.
Yeah.
You want him to be the coach soon, don't you? Manager?
Yeah.
When they give it a buck.
But I had Wally, but I went with Alfonso. So
I like him. That's the right choice.
all right. So now we go to the outfield. I'll do it quick. You got Darryl Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Mm-hmm. And then I put Mookie.
Mookie.
I put Mookie.
Okay, all right.
I put Mookie, and I could put on Klingon Jones.
Oh, Cleon Jones. Okay, I think he won. I think he caught the last
he caught
the last
69.
ball at 69.
And you know who hit it?
Who hit that ball at 69? No, I don't know who hit it.
Davy Johnson.
Oh, it's your favorite too.
Davy Johnson. He made the final out in the 69
Wow.
World Series.
Very nice.
See, a little knowledge I give you over
Very,
here.
very nice. Appreciate that. Well, he was the manager at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got the ring.
He finally got a ring.
He got the ring.
Two, I guess, right? Because he got 69.
69? No.
No.
He was on Baltimore.
Oh, all right. Sorry. He hit the ball. He hit the ball.
the
My
ball.
fault. He hit the ball. Right.
Come on,
right.
you gotta pay
My
attention
fault.
here, Al.
My fault.
You got to pay.
What else you got?
Now we're going to go to our relief pitchers.
So what you got? Wait, how many outfielders you gave me? You gave me 2 outfielders?
I gave you 3. I gave you Mickey, Strawberry,
Mickey.
Mookie.
Mookie.
Mickey.
Mickey.
I got Mickey
That's
Mantle
an
on my
answer.
line.
All right. So how about Ryan? Ryan, you got something? Who's your outfield?
My outfield. I ain't got anything.
Well, do you agree with these guys? Strawberry?
I agree with Strawberry.
Well, Cleon, you don't know Cleon. Yeah, that's.
I don't know
that's-
Cleon
that's-
Jones. I
yeah.
mean, like I said, my dad had like the old World Series on and everything. I've seen Kevin
well,
McReynolds.
How about Beltran? How you guys don't like Beltran in the outfield?
I do like
Beltran's
Beltran.
good.
I did like Beltran.
Yeah.
But I'm going with, just Mookie was, if you went between Mookie and Beltran was the better player, but Mookie was more valuable to the team.
All right.
I think
Fair enough.
Mookie was more valuable. He had that big at bat.
Oh yeah.
He had
Big
that
at bat.
you know?
Big at bat. Yes.
He got the little roller down the first base
Yeah,
line.
that's all it took. Yeah, that
Yeah,
kept
pass Buckner.
it going. That kept it going. We talked about Buck there. We talked about that one.
And so I picked Mookie over Beltran, but Beltran was there too on my list. It's hard to you gotta think about it, all around.
Yeah.
You know, and you gotta think about it all around.
No, all century.
Like,
It's
yeah.
all century team. You got to.
So he was very valuable to the team.
Fair enough. All right, what else you got?
and then,
Pitching.
Then,
Can't win
then
without
if you
pitching.
get back to Beltran, let me finish. Then you got Beltran. His at bat. He
Okay.
got caught buckled at the
Okay.
in
All right.
2006.
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
got caught looking.
he did.
So
All right. I understand. No, yeah.
there's your
that takes-
difference right there.
That takes
There's
away.
your there's your
That's a
difference
minus.
right there.
That's a minus. No doubt.
All right, let's go to relief pitching. I got Billy Wagner.
Billy, you bumped Billy Wagner back here, huh?
Billy Wagner.
Wow, okay.
I got Roger McDowell, Jesse Orozco,
Yeah, I did like Jesse Orozco. Yeah, he was always solid. He was
John
always solid.
Franco,
Gotta
and
have John
number-
Franco. He's a sanitation guy.
and then
What?
number 1 I got Tug McGraw.
Wow, Tuck McGraw. Okay. Well, I like Franco.
Armando Benitez was a little bit on the list, but I couldn't go with him.
Okay.
I couldn't go with him.
All right.
And then here's your number 1 to number 5 starters.
Oh, here we go.
Starting, if game World Series was starting, game 1 we would go Doc Gooden.
Doc Gooden.
Yep.
You threw Doc Gooden as your number 1?
That's my number 1.
Oh, no. Okay.
Doc Gooden. Doc in the
One.
day, he was untouchable.
Oh,
Number
know
2,
about
I'm
that.
going with Tom Seaver.
Tom Seaver, now, he played a little bit for you guys, right? A little bit.
Tom Seaver, a little bit.
A little bit.
The guy I'm coming with next only played a little bit, but he did get a ring with the Mets. So I'm going to have to go with Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan. He definitely played. He definitely played a little bit.
He played a little bit, but he was there. He got the ring. And then I got a toss-up between Jacob deGrom and Jerry Kuzman.
DeGrom. Jacob DeGrom. Well, he was solid when he played.
He played. Well, so was Jerry Kuzman. He was a great pitcher too.
So who, you got to take one.
I'm gonna go with my son said. I'm gonna go with DeGrom.
DeGrom?
I'm gonna go with DeGrom.
He was solid. You know, when he played for you guys, he just didn't run.
So that was number
no
4.
run support, but he was solid for you guys.
So if I was actually doing the math right, then Jerry Kuzman would be number 5. But I gotta put David Cone in that.
David Cone.
I gotta put David Cone in there.
Okay.
So Jerry Kuzman gets the boot. That's why I have him in parentheses.
Okay. Okay. That's fair enough.
But that's my all-time Met team.
Wow. All right. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
You know, you're missing a couple guys. You're missing Lenny Dykstra. You're missing Nails.
Well, I'm not missing him. You are.
You can put him in as a backup for the outfield.
Well, you do. Like I gave you a bench players. I gave you my bench
Okay,
as well. So those
Lenny
are bench
Dykstra.
players.
Lenny
Yeah.
Dykstra.
They got to be in the bench because you have to.
Jerry
you said-
Kuzman.
What do you always say about the bench?
Bench is very important. Very important.
Strong bench, right? So hey, you got to throw. Why not throw
Right.
Lenny in there? Why not? That's
Yeah, so we got Lenny on the bench.
perfect.
Okay, there you go.
Well, give me another one. Give me one more for the bench. Can't be by
One.
himself sitting there.
One more for the bench.
Yeah.
We got to pick an infielder.
Yeah. Give me someone. Got nobody. Got nobody else.
Sure. I'll
How
pick
about Pratt? How about your Pratt guy? How about Pratt?
Pratt?
Yeah.
He had a big home run. I was at that game.
So there you go, backup
I
catcher.
was at that game.
Well, you had Gary Carter. As
Yeah,
your,
so Mike Piazza.
so Piazza has to be a bench guy.
Piazza got to be a bench guy. Okay.
You got to
There
build
you
that
go.
bench. Build that
All right,
bench.
Piazza.
It's so funny. All right, good. So that's not
So
bad.
we'll put Piazza as a DH.
Okay,
There you go.
there you go.
There you go.
Sounds good. What's up, Ryan?
All right,
So,
here we go.
So Ryan's here.
Ryan's going to...
Okay, now,
Tell us
but
how-
Ryan, hold on. Before I bring up Ryan's
All right.
situation, because we're bringing you up right now because the Mets are not doing so well, right? They're a 500 team right now, and they just kind of got there and back below, and then go back again. You know, they're kind of bouncing around a little bit.
In the Mets' defense, they did take 2 out of 3 against the best team in baseball.
Well, yes, they did. But then against the worst teams, they doing crap. So you know,
Those are the games you're going to remember at
Well-
the end of the season,
well-
like we did last year.
yeah, but you
That's
gotta
what killed us.
You got to beat the bad teams. That's really how you build that.
Right.
How you get to the playoffs. So Ryan's going to fix this. All right, Ryan. Is that what you're telling us? You're telling us he's going to fix this?
I believe I have the solution to the problem.
All right,
I believe I do.
All right, let's go, Ryan. So tell us what can the Mets do?
I feel like
to get out of
what
this
the Mets
mess.
they have too many players being used as utility players. Like they're moving their third baseman to second base, from third base to right field, from third base to the left field. I feel like these guys aren't getting comfortable in their position. But my big thing is why the Mets are losing their game is their pitching. You know, their
Big time.
pitching.
You know
their
what I think
pitching
about
is not
pitching.
strong. You know, when back in like 2015, 2016, when the Mets were going to the World Series, they had a great pitching.
Closer.
They had a great pitching rotation. They had Matt Harvey, Noah Syndergaard, DeGrom, Matz, and I believe they were running the 4-man rotation at the time. And it brought them deep in the playoffs. I believe pitching is a key to success in baseball.
No
You
doubt.
don't let up any runs. You let your batters do their job. You're going to go places. But right now, the Mets don't have that.
I agree.
No, they don't have that. But what do they have? Like pitching. Stay with pitching. So what they have now, to me, they have a couple of old men. So what can you do with these old men?
A couple old men with a couple Cy Youngs. in
Yeah,
their
but they're
defense.
old now,
But-
man.
All right, one last year. You can't.
It's too late now. Every year.
One was up for the Cy Young
Every year,
last year.
every year's a different year, you know. So
Well-
1 year older is a big difference.
Yeah.
So, okay, what do you think about Max Scherzer?
Max Scherzer? Yeah.
Like he's
old.
he's
but-
he's showing his age right now, but he has his last start was good, right? His last start was good, if I remember. So he's showing that he can still do it,
He
but
still has it, but a lot of the thing, like another thing is once they let up like 3 runs in the first 4 innings. Like,
Well, that's
I
been
think-
their problem, right?
I
They've
think they let up a lot of runs early on in the game. They get ahead early in the game, and
they've-
Buck leaves them in. Buck got to take them out.
Well,
Like, they're not doing their job. They need to know that they're not doing their job.
All
Fix
right,
that.
But that's their problem right now. They're falling far behind early in the games, and they're playing catch-up baseball.
yeah,
They're playing catch-up baseball.
so but what you're saying, what he's saying is, like, say Max Scherzer gives up 3 runs in the first inning. When are you taking him out? You taking him out in the first? No, not
no,
yet.
not in the first.
Wait, so
Not in
how
the
many?
first.
What are you giving him?
If he gives up 2, let's say he gives up 2 runs in the first inning, I let him pitch the next inning. If I see he gives up another 2, I'm warming up my bullpen already.
Okay, so
Correct.
he's out in the third.
And yeah, he's
in
on
that
the third.
particular game, yeah, you take him out.
'Cause I believe
I believe he's right because the Mets have the bats, and I totally agree with him that you down 4 or 5 runs in the second, third inning. You got to start.
The Mets
Okay.
have a bright future with their bats. If they
Okay.
can hold down what they have right now, they have a bright future.
The bats. Okay, so we went to pitching. Who's your best pitcher right now? Who is your best pitcher? Who's really like when
what's his
when
name?
he pitches and you're like, all right, he's gonna give us 5 innings
What's
plus.
his name? I have the name right here.
Okay, so you have Verlander who's pitched the last 2 games maybe.
Right, and he was booed
Oh,
off. City
Kodai
Field.
Senga. Kodai Senga is our ace pitcher.
Oh,
Right
okay.
now.
Oh, how's he
Cody.
doing? Yeah, 'cause I don't watch the Mets orange, but how's what's his record? Do you know his record at all?
Record I have it pulled up right here. Actually, he's 4-2 right now with
4-2?
with a 3.77
Okay.
ERA.
3.77. Okay, so all right, so 4 runs. Let's say average it out. 4 runs. 4 runs is not a lot. You're in the game. If you just give up 4 runs, you're in the game.
Well, the Mets have the bats to score 4, 5 runs, 6 runs a game.
They have it.
They do
But you
have.
can't rely on that. You can't
Yeah.
rely on
No,
that.
no, you
They,
can't.
they have it, but they have it until the last few games where they came up and won in those last innings. They show some bat finally.
Right.
But bat's been quiet for too long, I think, too.
Well,
know?
you get Alonso. That's he's hot right now.
He's hot right now.
He is hot
Morgan.
right
He's
now.
on a
You know,
home run
he-
hit.
he is hot right now. Yes, I give you one. I give you him. That's
Well,
it.
he's hot. Yeah, Sterling. Well, I'll let my son.
Well, Marte, I
Ryan,
don't think
I'll let
Marte's
Ryan.
hot. Marte's not hot. I think
Well,
Marte's not.
Ryan's,
Marte needs to
Ryan
be
will
taken
get
out.
to that.
Okay, good. See, I agree with Marte. I think Marte's not doing his job right now.
I see the Mets. I look at them like a puzzle piece, but they're just not putting the pieces together the right way. So, what I personally think they could do, if you want to talk about their starting lineup, I would have Nimmo in center. I would have McNeil in right field. I'd have in left field. I would put Batty there.
So where's Batty playing now? Is he in third base?
He's
now?
playing third base right now, but they just brought up Vientos.
Oh, they did put on Vientos.
They bring
brought
up in.
Vientos,
Okay, I heard about Vientos. You know, he was raking over there, but okay, good.
He hit a big home run.
The first
already.
at bat of his.
He already played already?
Yeah.
First
Oh,
at bat of his career, hit a home run.
perfect. That's what you gotta do. You gotta bring these young guys up.
You give him a chance.
Yeah, you gotta give him a chance. So now Vientos, like he was doing great in the minors.
He was tearing it up.
And I the rumor that I was hearing at first was to get him up here and make him a DH and get a Volker back. You know, get rid of him.
I think we should get rid of both Vogelback too. I don't think he's doing anything. He's just a waste of space. We don't need a big guy like that playing our DH.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I agree on that also. So I thought that Vientos was going to be the DH. That's what I thought the guys were pulling.
I kind of look at it like this. I look at it like
Well, they put-
if I'm right. Vientos is a shortstop, right?
No, he's
No,
third
third
baseman. He's
baseman.
third baseman.
Third baseman.
Okay. I
You're
look
the one
at
that told me that.
Am I?
Yeah, you told me
Yeah,
that.
'cause
the other night.
they have another.
I thought he was a catcher.
No, they have another prospect who's a shortstop, who's I think it was Ronnie Maracchio. He's your shortstop, but you can't bring him up because you have a shortstop.
Yeah.
But he might. But her rumor is to bring him up to play second, and then get rid of Canna. Get rid of Canna
I
out
think
there.
we should get rid of Canna too. I said that before. I said I think he's a little bit older. I don't think he's doing what we need him to do. He's like,
Is he a
he's
streaky player?
He's a very streaky player. I think he's a good guy
Right.
to have like on your bench. You know, like you got Vogelback starting off like leading off in the top of or the bottom of the 10th inning. They were in extra innings. You bring in someone like Canna. Canna's good at. He has a good eye. Like he gets on base. So,
Okay.
So I believe he's someone who you would want to like pinch hit in the extra inning to start off to get someone on
So
base.
for now, you say he's better off on the bench.
For sure.
He's
Okay.
a bench. Okay.
Just washed up.
Yeah. See, in the beginning of the season, we talked about him, Mark,
Right.
and he was the weakest link. I told you on your team, but
Who?
Canna,
Right, yeah.
Mark.
Right.
And I don't think he is. He hasn't shown anything out there. So you definitely have options.
Yeah.
Well, I want to get to Sterling Marte. I want to hear what he
Marte.
thinks
Okay,
of
wait.
Sterling Marte.
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
I was watching him play I believe it was when he was playing against the Rays. The way he's just swinging the bat, he's like late on the fastball. He's like just swinging very, very lazy. He's not like
Marte.
showing. Yes,
Stalling.
not showing 100%. And if you want to be in the big leagues, you got to show your 100%. Like you're in the league for a reason. You're not in the league to half-ass anything. You got to get your stuff done for real. So. I just don't believe he deserves a starting spot right now.
I hear you.
I agree.
Now he does have a bobblehead. You know,
I don't think
Show
he
up.
deserves that either.
that Black Panther.
Show up or sit down, or show up or shut up, right?
Take your bobblehead home. Thanks. You got to go. I hear you. I agree. So that's a lot.
Well, you're going to finish the lineup.
So
You got what lineup is this?
So this is what
Oh,
I think how the Mets should have their because like I said, they swap every player
Okay.
like now and then. They have a couple good people that could like fill in as like role players. Like if someone needs a day off, put them in like kind of like Justin Turner playing third base for David Wright. So like
Right.
I would look at it like to lead off, you need someone who's good at getting on base, a little bit of speed. I would put Nimmo.
Nimmo.
Second, I would put someone who's a good bat as well, someone who gets on base as well, like a good second hitter, McNeil. 3, I would put Lindor. 4, you need your power hitter, your cleanup hitter, Alonso. Now, I kind of look at things like your first top of your lineup is your first 2 guys that get on base, your solid hitter, which is your 3 hitter, and then your power hitter, your 4. Now, you got to do that with the bottom of your lineup. The Mets have an opportunity to do that. I would put Vientos at 5. I would put Brett Beatty at 6. I'll put Escobar at 7, Alvarez at 8, and I would put Guillorme as 9.
Okay.
And the reason I would put Guillorme in there, I would play him at second base because he has a good connection on and off the field with with Lindor.
Okay. Good. Okay, so they have some chemistry together. That's
They have
good.
chemistry.
So Escobar would be your DH?
I would put Escobar as my DH because he's a switch hitter. You know, as someone whose role is just to swing the bat, have him be able to swing from both sides of the plate. You have a
And
lefty
what's
pitcher.
his strong side?
His strong side is his right side, 100%.
Okay.
He's more of a contact hitter from his left side, more of a power hitter from his right side.
Okay.
All right. Now, so that's your defense, right? And
That would be
his
my
lineup.
starting line.
and defense, lineup and the defense. That's your team. That's your team. That's your team right now.
That's how I would have them go from 1 to 9 as they're batting.
Okay. And now pitching. I mean, we talk about pitching now. You have Verlander, Max. Who else is your pitchers? I'm not even familiar with your starters.
Let me see, 'cause,
Who else is starting
I'm not even
besides
familiar
besides
with all of our starters
the guy he just said?
Kodai Senga.
Yeah, Senga.
Senga.
We have
So
Tyler Miguel.
Tyler
Yeah,
McGill. He's pitching well.
Oh, he is.
Tyler McGill has been pitching well.
He's pitching already. He's 5-2 right now with a 3.88 ERA.
Okay.
He's pitching. He's pitching decent.
Max Scherzer, David Roberson.
Oh, that Peterson. How was that Peterson guy? Because I'm not hearing too good things about Peterson.
Peterson.
Roberson.
No, Robinson. He's
relief,
the
right?
relief. Yeah.
Is it Peterson? That's right.
Peterson he's starting.
He's a starter, but he
Yeah.
hasn't been. I don't think he's what people thought he was going to be. You know, I think
No,
I had high hopes for him.
They did have high hopes.
And he hasn't been showing it. So I think he needs to move to the bullpen. That's what I put him. And I don't know his numbers. Send me some numbers. What about Peterson?
Well, he's just honestly hot garbage. He's 1-6 with an 8.08 ERA in
Ooh.
the big league this season. So it was kind of a good thing we sent him back down to Syracuse, but we might have to send him back down to JV.
Yeah.
Because, it is not
No
looking
doubt.
too good for him.
So he was on the team not that long ago then, right?
Yeah, they brought him up.
No, just send him down on the 17th.
17 gone.
Gone.
So his last game he did nothing.
So he's in Syracuse.
Gave
now.
up to, what was he giving up? How many runs he's giving up?
8.08 ERA
guy.
in,
Oh, my
in
God.
8 games. I'm gonna say he's letting up about 8 runs a game.
Oh my Lord! This is where the Mets are kind of where they were.
Well, now
you
we're
know?
hoping that we get Jose
Lord.
Quintana back soon.
Well, you signed his guy,
We signed him in the offseason,
offseason?
$26 million for 2 years from St. Louis.
and hopefully he shows up. Hopefully he shows
Somebody's
up.
got to show up.
Somebody.
You know,
He can only go up, right? Jeez.
so $26 million for 2 years. $13 million a year. I hope he can change.
All right, so you
get
might
the team rolling again.
You might have something. You might have something coming up, which is nice.
He pitched
nice
for
to
the
hear.
Cubs too, didn't Quintana?
I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. I really don't know him.
Everybody knows him.
I don't know him at all. Come on. I don't know
Jose
him at all.
Quintana, man.
That's all I
He's
know.
the savior.
Oh, yeah,
he's the savior of the pitching staff.
All right, let's see.
Stick him between Verlander and freaking Sergio.
no.
We'll have a Quintana sandwich.
He's gonna be holding them up. These old guys. That's what he's gonna be doing.
It's all right. Remember where the Braves were last year?
You keep talking about.
Remember where the Braves were
That
last
was-
year in the middle of the
that was
season?
last year.
And they came back with 101 wins.
It
The
also
Mets
seems-
have the team they could do that.
It also seems like the Mets are always the hottest team in baseball after the All-Star break.
You always get that one team that gets hot after the All-Star break.
That's true.
He's right.
There's always
And
a
it's
team.
usually the
He's-
Mets.
Well, let's see what happens this year. Let's see what happens because the history tends to repeat itself. It does. That happens to happen, but one injury, man. Especially with old guys.
Old guys.
I got old guys, man.
Old guys.
Yeah, these old guys are not gonna last all season.
What about your guy, your cheetah? What's his name?
Well,
German?
well, Herman.
No, your guy that cheated. He got tours.
Herman.
Did he get 10?
Herman.
Herman German, is it?
That's his last name, Herman.
No.
Dominguez.
But what happened to him?
He got caught with sticky stuff.
Oh, my God. He went to the Max Scherzer school?
Scherzer taught him everything he knows.
So did he get suspended 10 games?
He got suspended 10 games.
Ah, God, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
You guys, yeah, you guys did the same thing. And then
Our guy washed it off at least.
last time Herman washed it off also. He washed it off, and then he was good. Actually, yesterday's game, if you don't know if you watched, Clark Schmidt was also sticky fingers,
Right.
and they told him to wash it off. And that's why the Cincinnati Reds guy the manager got tossed out. He's like, "What do you mean not wash it off? He's got sticky stuff in his fingers. Throw him out."
Throw him out.
Safe.
Oh, come on.
You're watching the game
That's
right now.
taking your time.
Watching the Yankee game in Reds right now. And it looks like there's a safe call there, so it'll probably be overturned. Yes, it will. So that's what. Okay, look, I'm not gonna.
I want to ask Ryan another question.
Okay.
On the overall performances, if you would grade the Mets right now, what would you grade them at being a 500 team? You know, would you grade like A, B, you know?
Like A to F.
Yeah. What would you overall? They're 500. They're losing games that they should win. They're winning games they should lose.
You know, that's where you just kind of keep them in the middle. They're a C team right now.
All right, so
Okay.
Bucky, what do you think about Buck?
Don't bring up Buck.
What kind of
Don't
job is
bring
Buck
Buck
doing?
up,
Because
Ryan.
you just mentioned about leaving these guys, moving them around left and right, you know, not being comfortable in their positions. And some manager has something to do with that. So what do you think about Buck's performance?
I think Buck is. I ain't got enough words for Buck, but I think during the game at least, he's I think he just gives his players a little bit too much leeway. I do. I think that, like I said, especially with his pitching, like he leaves them in for too long. Like, and this is. I feel like I really noticed this last year when Scherzer was pitching against the Padres. I think he let up like 6 runs in 4 innings.
That was in the wild card series.
Game 1, I remember seeing Scherzer give up I think it was 6 runs in
The first 2 innings.
the first I think it was the first 3 innings, something like that. And it was just, they were T-balling him. It was just home run after home run from the top of their lineup home run, bottom of their lineup home run. And at this point, it's just you see he's not doing good. This is a playoff game. This is not game 1. You cannot lose
Right.
game 1. Game 1 is in a 3-game series, I look at game 1 that's the biggest game of the series. You need to win that game 1.
No, absolutely. That's the most important game
So-
to win.
so-
that and the last one. The first game and the last game are the 2 most important.
100%.
Well, I think Buck is scared of Max. I think Buck is a little scared of him. That's what I think. A little scared.
And
A
I
little
think
scared.
I think he was a little too comfortable with Jacob deGrom too. I don't know if you ever seen that clip.
I have. I remember.
I think he's just a little hurt. That
What happened with the clip?
With the what?
He was picking his wedgie,
Yeah,
hands in his butt.
So I'm telling you,
That's a little too close, huh?
yeah, no, I've seen those clips. Out of control. He's out there in the dugout getting too crazy.
So Buck was picking DeGrom's wedgie.
Listen,
Duck.
Maybe that's why he went to Texas. Maybe that's why he left.
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know that. I would have left.
I would have left too.
You had a sexual harassment charge there. I'm Buck.
Poor Buck, man. He don't know what to do. He don't know what to do over there in the dugout. so
Getting a
Buck,
stink finger.
New pitches.
so Buck might be, might be in trouble. Might be in trouble. You never know. I gotta watch this Buck guy. I like Buck. I do like.
We'll change his
I
name
do
to
like Buck.
Butt Show Walker instead of Buck.
I still like Buck, man. But
Oh,
but
you like Buck because he was,
I like Buck.
he's your manager.
He was my manager back in the day, but
All right,
but-
your all-time manager would be Billy Martin, I would assume.
well, see, look, now let's go back to what I saw, what I didn't see. Did I see Billy Martin? Really? Did I see him?
Yeah, I seen him.
Well,
just like
but
a little older.
not yeah. I saw him some, but I wasn't understanding as a manager what his role really was. I mean, I saw him, yeah, but I was too young to really understand what his job really was. I just saw him as a loudmouth out there, getting in everybody's faces.
Fighting with everybody.
That's
Yeah.
how I look at Terry Collins.
Terry Collins. You like Terry Collins?
I did like Terry Collins.
Yes, you did.
How about Valentine?
See now, who would I go with? Do I go with the guy that I remember winning the World Series back in the '80s, or do I go with history? With Gil Hodges.
Yeah,
That's
see,
Gil Hodges. I don't remember.
I know. So
So
let's go with what you remember. Let's go with that.
Well, if I go what I remember, then I got to go with Davey.
Okay.
I did like Terry Collins too.
See now Yogi. I mean not Yogi. Torrey won championship, but I don't think he was a great manager.
No, because everywhere else he went, he couldn't
sucked.
win.
He sucked everywhere he
sucked
went.
them. He sucked with the Mets. He sucked with the Braves. He sucked with St. Louis. He sucked with Los Angeles. And the only thing, like I said, I could have managed that Yankee team back in the '90s.
Yes.
It was just a machine. You know who you had to bring in. You know what you had to do. You had your starting lineup. You had your relief. and then you knew you had to bring in the first part. You knew you had to bring in bring in Rivera, and then you brought in Wetland. Then Wetland left, and then you knew you had to bring in.
Simple. It was simple.
It was a simple team to manage.
So I think I will stick with Buck. I think Buck was one of the best managers I saw.
Buck.
Yeah.
Buck was good. He was good in Baltimore.
He was good with the Yankees. Him and Sticks, they built that team. They made a dynasty out of them. So I got to go with him. I guess that's what I saw. That's what happened.
Okay. Now we have him.
Now you got him, and unfortunately now he's sticking
Come
his
on, he
fingers.
won Manager of the Year last year.
He's sticking his fingers in people's
Yeah,
butts.
it's called,
you know?
maybe he's senile. Maybe he's getting old with Scherzer and Scherzer and Verlander.
Yeah, they
He
got to go
doesn't know
to.
where he's putting his fingers.
Yeah, they got a package deal to the senior citizens home. Those three guys. That's all good. Deal. Let's make a deal. It's good stuff. So Ryan. So what do you think this team's going to go here? Playoff team, definite.
100%.
So 101 games last year. What do you see this year?
Right now we're 23.
Yeah, a lot of things have to change right now, but it seems like it's going to happen because you got people brought up, you got pitchers coming in, people are going to start getting healthy. It has to change around.
I'm gonna say I wouldn't say we're gonna be another 100 games won this year, but I would say somewhere around probably 95.
So
That's fair.
95 to 100.
That's fair. But you also,
I don't see them losing less than 85 games.
but you see the Phillies getting in.
I see the Phillies coming in as no, I actually don't. I see the Marlins actually coming in.
Okay, so you got the Marlins. You got to have the Braves going in. So you got
I
three
think-
teams from our division
I think it's
going
going to be
in.
it's going to be a lot like last year. It's going to be a close run for first place between the Mets and the Braves, but I do think one of us is definitely going to get a wild card spot, and I think Miami will too.
Miami. Damn
Miami,
Miami.
everyone's sleeping on Miami this year.
Miami.
Miami.
They're decent.
I hate
They're
Miami.
not too crazy.
You don't think they're going to start choking towards the end, or?
I see a lot of I think they have a lot of young talent.
All right, I got another question for you. Coming up the trade deadline in July,
Ooh.
what kind of moves do you think in July the Mets should be making if the trade deadline was coming up now?
I don't think they touch their bats. I say if they need to get rid of a couple people, like someone like Vogelback.
Vogelback.
I would get rid of Vogelback. I would keep someone like Canna because, like I said, Canna I think it could be a good asset for the bench, but just only for pinch hitting purposes. But the trade deadline, 100%, they need to work on their starting pitching. They need to make a lot of moves to get their starting pitching where it needs to be. Because if they can make the playoffs with their bats, they're not going to go far in the playoffs without defense. And that's where it all really matters. You're the one who told me defense wins championships.
Yeah, defense. It's all about defense. Defense and again, pitching, right? Pitching has to come in.
Pitching has to
pitching
come in.
is part of defense. Pitching is that's where it starts. The defense starts there.
So, would you send like Scherzer and say Vogelback and try to get a decent younger pitcher?
It depends though. Who's the pitcher?
No,
Like
you don't know
it's-
who's available right now, but
like if you're talking about like a top 20 prospect pitcher,
okay.
yes, I would, because you can't look at Scherzer like he's got another 5 years.
No,
with the
Scherzer's
Mets.
got maybe another year or two left.
Too much money. He's too much money.
But who's gonna take him?
No one's gonna take that contract.
Yeah, he's the highest paid player in
You
baseball.
can't take it. No, you can't.
So
do it.
I would, yeah.
Scherzer would go if Scherzer's pitching decent. He would go to more of a contender who's looking to win.
Yeah,
You're looking to win
You
this
can't
year.
move him. You can't move him. You're not gonna be able to move him.
I'm not gonna, yeah, was it 43 million, 46 million
Yeah,
a year he's making?
Yeah, he's not gonna.
He's the highest paid player in the
touch
league
him.
right
You
now.
can't touch him. He's a Met for
So-
now.
I
So
think
he's
I think
he's gonna retire,
he
man.
Get an $86 million
Pretty much.
contract.
yeah. You can't touch that.
So you could be in big trouble, like you always say with the A's. So we could be in big trouble with Verlander and Scherzer come towards the end of the season.
Yeah. So now the Yankees made some moves. Did I mention that? I don't think I mentioned the Yankee moves. Did I?
No.
I don't think-
No.
So I know the
This
Yankees.
is Shea Studios.
Yeah, I see that. I got to throw some Yankee info in here. so I know that the Yankees, and it should be in today's game. They brought up this guy Craig Allen, which I don't think is going to help the team at all. But they brought him up from Boston. They gave him a minor league pitcher and some cash, and he was on the team like in a couple of seasons ago. He's on the team. All he has is speed. He just runs. He's a runner. He can steal a bag. when you need him.
Okay.
But I don't need that. I don't think I need that right now.
No, you need that for the playoffs. That's when you
we're
bring
not even in the
somebody-
playoffs.
No, I mean when you get more to the playoffs. The Mets brought up that kid last year and the year
That's
before.
a later move when you set everything is set up. You know,
Right.
This is too early for this move.
Right.
There's
You
nothing
don't- you don't
happening
need
here.
that right now.
I don't need it at all.
No.
And I don't know how he's gonna really fit in and help this team at all. But I hope I'm wrong, right? Because he's an outfielder. I don't think he has a good bat. He's a 200 hitter. I don't think he's not bringing anything with a bat.
Did you just see that?
Yeah,
You just saw that, right? You saw that. Look like it just changed. It went from 0 to 1.
yes, I see that.
1-0 Cincinnati.
So I saw that. Okay, it's a good hit.
It was a great hit. Look at that. Perfect spot.
Clutch hitting.
Yep.
So I don't think this guy's gonna do anything, and people love him. I don't know why. So I want to see what he can bring besides stealing a bag. I mean, can he give a productive at bat?
What's his numbers? Do you know his numbers down in
It was like 200. He's a 200 hitter.
was it 200?
That's all he. I don't know.
So
I'm not.
it's too
I'm not
early to
sold.
bring up somebody
I'm not sold on
for
that.
speed on the bases.
I
You do that in August.
and we need to
do
get
that in August.
we need to get base runners first, right? Isn't that how it works? You know.
Yeah.
And then we get some.
Well, you had
speed.
2 base runners before.
Yeah.
You didn't
But,
do nothing.
yeah. Well,
Maybe
that's
you should have brought him in.
no. I don't know. He comes in later. It's only the game. First
Brought him in
inning.
first
It's the
inning.
first inning. You don't bring them
You
in.
get the runs when you can.
No. So, but in the meantime, when we talked about Volpe, you were trying to tell me, is he going to be your shortstop? Is he going to do anything? If he's going to stay on the
Yeah,
team,
how is he doing?
he's doing great. He's great, man. I can't. He makes his errors. You know, he does his errors,
yeah.
but
It's going to happen.
he's already done more things than Derek Jeter has done. I mean, he already hit a grand slam already. First year. Derek Jeter took what, like 15 years until he hit a grand
46
slam.
games in his season. He already done more than Derek Jeter.
And
Told you I didn't like Derek Jeter.
well, he's good, solid kid, man. He's a solid kid. It's good to see a local.
Well, they
kid
said he
do
was
so
gonna be
well.
solid.
Oh, he's solid, man. Bunting, hitting clutch home runs, base hits. He's doing it all right now. He's doing more than we expected, really. So we're definitely happy with him. And then right now the team is being run by Judge, DJ, and Rizzo. Those guys have been solid. And Cole,
Solid. You guys went to the basement.
and Cole. No,
You just came out of the
They've
basement.
been solid right now. Solid.
You just came out of the
We're
basement.
7 games over 500. Cole has been a solid. He has one shaky start, I think, in there, but every time he pitch, we feel we have a shot to win, which is big for our ace.
You got a big series coming up next. You got Baltimore coming up next.
But Nestor, Nestor Cortez, he's been struggling. You know, he started real good, and then like 3 games in a row, he's been sucking. His last game was good, but I want to see more of him. We need 2. We need at least 2. You know, we're getting by with the bullpen the rest of the games, but those 1-2 guys have to be more on top of their game. And Nestor has to snap out of it. He has to hopefully become the nasty Nestor that we know.
Well, that's funny that you mentioned that, though, because when we were talking about the trade deadline, and we were talking about, like, how would we get rid of Scherzer and Vogelbach for, like, top recruit pitcher. Now, I was also thinking, like, you got a good team, like, just without their pitching, like, their bats and everything. Now, if you get rid of Scherzer and like, you sign someone who, like, say you sign 3 top recruit pitching prospects. Now, they all turn out to be great, like, Garrett Cole level, right? Now they're obviously their salary, they're gonna want to raise on that.
Eventually.
Now your salary cap is gonna go down, and now how are you gonna be able to afford your young stars like Lindor, Alonso?
Yeah,
You can't. So like that's funny that you said that because I was gonna say, you know, you look for 2 good aces,
Yes.
2 good aces, and 3 decent solid.
That's right. That's it. That's really
That's all you need to do. That's all you really need. Is
and,
2
and
aces.
The bullpen. The bullpen is definitely
And
the
the
bullpen.
you gotta have a strong
The
You have to
bullpen
have a
comes
good
in.
We talked about that.
because
yeah,
the
of course.
bullpen's gonna win those games that your other
100%.
starters can't do their job. So and you guys got your bullpen is kind of weak
Well,
right now.
yeah.
You got
Well, who'd you tell me this morning? You were talking about the interviews doing really good in relief.
In relief, I think it was Drew Smith.
Drew Smith,
I think
yes.
Drew Smith has been doing.
who's your closer right now? That the ex-Yankee guy,
David Robinson.
Robertson. He's been clutch for you guys, right? He's been solid.
Mm,
I think
solid.
him and who else? And you have what you said?
I
What's
think
name?
his name was what did I say?
See, now you think.
So that's 2, but that's 2 guys in your bullpen.
No.
But you need more. You need more than that.
Oh,
Those two.
we're missing. What's his name? Who got hurt in the World Baseball
Oh
Classic?
yeah, Diaz.
Yeah, we're missing Diaz. Now, if we would have had Robinson 7th and 8th,
Yes,
Diaz
is
and I-
big. Diaz is big.
that would have been 1-2 combo. You know,
That's a big-
starters got us to 5.
That's a big.
You
hurt.
know what I mean?
That's a big hurt.
When you look at it, when you look at the big picture, you know how Robinson is pitching. So you get we get our starter to the 6th.
Yeah.
Bring a guy in, you know, and
Yeah.
you can bring Robinson 7th and 8th.
You got
And Diaz to close
and,
out.
and that other guy you
Like
talked
I
about.
said,
All
Drew
right,
Smith. Drew
so
Smith is 3-1 right
we
now.
could have got to the 5th
Drew
inning.
Smith-
That's what you guys were famous for
Yes.
in the 90s.
Yes, you're right.
Your starters got you to the
Yes.
5th.
Yes.
You brought somebody in. You brought up your setup man, and then you closed it out.
Yeah. And then once in a while, our
So
starter,
now, so now, if you look at the big picture,
Yeah.
you know, missing Diaz,
yeah, huge.
it's huge.
It's huge
How
for you
Robinson is pitching.
guys. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Drew Smith. Drew
So
Smith's 3-1. So he's coming to save a couple of games for us.
Yeah, not just save.
Like,
He's
get
winning
the
them
win.
too.
He's winning
yeah,
them.
yeah, he's
He's
winning.
like-
That's huge. That's one of the how
Now
big
I'm
the
mad.
bullpen could be. Now you're mad.
Now I'm mad.
And
Now I'm mad Diaz is out.
Robertson has 8 saves.
He has 8 saves.
He's been solid for you guys. Robertson's been solid, man.
Imagine
Those are
Diaz
the
didn't
two-
go out.
Yeah. mm.
Yeah, if Diaz didn't go out, he would have been your closer, and Diaz and then Robertson in the middle somewhere, mid relief.
Robertson with a .90 ERA.
Solid, and that's what you need. That's what you want. That's exactly what you want.
You know, you just
And you got it, but you just don't.
We don't have the
you-
guys that are
one,
gonna
you have-
get
one-
in between.
you have a good you got a good setup man. You got a good closer. You got a little, you know, a couple guys in the middle that you can bring. A couple good lefties, a couple good righties. After the 5th, bring somebody in the 6th, and boom, boom.
And one thing I've noticed about the Mets too, it's like I see a lot of people. You know, you have a right-hand batter come in, so you bring or you bring a right-handed pitcher in.
Right.
The Mets can't do that. It's like, you know, the Mets, like, because they don't have a lot of like utility.
Safe.
To, like,
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
It's like-
They don't have a lot of utility.
Scott's giving us the play-by-play on the game over here, and Ryan's trying to talk.
Sorry, Ryan.
Nah, that's okay. Yeah, they don't have a lot of like options. So it's like, you know, you have your right-handed pitcher and they have a right-handed batter. They have a lefty, but then they don't have another righty to pitch.
No, you
So
don't have that. You know.
Well,
they
now
don't have a lot of options.
Well, don't the Mets only have one left-hander in their bullpen
I
right
believe
now?
so, yeah.
One left-hander.
Yeah, that
You
hurts.
know, that hurts.
That does.
You know, we talked about that
Yeah, in the beginning.
in the
Yeah,
beginning
that
with
was
the one left-hand pitcher, and you can't have one. You know.
Like, because you need guys to be able to switch inning, like two
course.
pitchers in an inning.
Yeah, I taught you
You
well.
know?
Well,
I know. I know.
well, with the rules, we changed that too a little bit, right? Because you got to face 3 batters. I think you got to do before you change a pitcher.
What is this?
Yeah, so that when
Did you hear about this, Ryan?
Sources just came in. It seems like you need to face at least 3 batters before you go to the bullpen again.
That's taking away the strategy of the game.
It does, but
You know what I mean?
and that's something that happened with all these rules changes, you know, because they want to speed the game up. They don't want the managers to keep going up there and changing pitches. One
See,
after.
I don't agree with that because baseball is also good managers to manage a game. So you're also taking the game out of the manager's hands.
You are.
You know what
are.
I mean?
And strategy-wise,
let's
you
bring
you
this
are.
right-hander in. Okay, now we got to
Yeah.
bring the left-hander in. All right, that's why good managers.
Right.
You know it's not just the players. Managers help win championship. It's not like hockey or basketball. What happens on the court or happens on the ice happens.
Yeah.
Baseball managers have to know who you're pitching against, know what pitcher is better against. Because right now, pitching and hitting is a one-on-one.
Right.
You know, it's a one-on-one. So the manager has to know that one-on-one to who to bring in. So now you got to come in, you bring a pitcher in. He has to face 3 batters
Right.
before you can change him.
Right. So the advantage is on the other manager because he knows you put in a righty. I'm going to throw 2 lefties at you
Yeah.
right now.
Now you're also getting to the point. Is it like, would I rather have him pitch up against him, or would I rather have him?
Well,
pitch
you got to
up
know who your
against
next
him?
2 pitches are, your next 2
Like,
batters are, too, that you're
That's what
bringing
I'm
in.
saying. So
Right.
it's like, would I rather have
Exactly.
my switch now so he could face their 1-hitter, or would I rather have my switch so I could bring him in to face their 2-hitter? You know what I mean? Or someone else coming to face their 2-hitter.
It's a different game. It definitely changes the game. It's a different
Takes
game.
the game, the game
Because
out
now
of
you don't even know who you got to warm
the
up.
strategy of the
bullpen.
game.
No,
From
you don't.
from
You
the
don't know.
manager.
It's just- But
Right, like he just said.
You don't know. But the only advantage is on the offense manager because he
'Cause
knows
I can bring in a pinch
you could
hitter.
bring up because you can't change the pitcher now.
Because like
Yeah.
he could see we
So
could
what
bring
happens?
in Ottavino, and we could bring in Ottavino. He's like, oh, he brought in Ottavino. Take the second hitter out and bring him.
Correct.
Exactly. So
You know,
an
correct.
advantage on offense is all advantage on. You know that manager has a better. I think you can't change the pitcher now. I'm gonna throw all these hitters at you now. You can't
Right.
do anything now. So,
Yeah,
so
that's-
it
that's wrong.
changes. Yeah, no, it's wrong.
That's wrong.
I really don't like the new rule change. I also
I don't
think
like any of 'em.
Extra
No.
innings, the extra innings. There should not be a man on second base. Like that just
Yeah,
takes.
because when is it gonna end? When is it gonna end?
I don't think it's gonna end.
It's not gonna
I
end.
think-
It's not
It's
gonna.
gonna be a permanent thing. This damn thing is gonna be permanent.
Sources just told me that it is going to be permanent.
Jeez.
Oh, my
I
God.
hate that Ghost Runner. I hate
No,
that.
I don't like it either. You know, earn your way onto base
It just
to win
feels
the
like
game.
The game is meant to. You're supposed to get hits and then try to steal a base just to get into scoring position. It's like most games, like you go into extra innings, it would go into like 14th, 15th. Like,
Fine.
but now
That's
but
the game.
That's the fun of the game, you know.
That's
like,
the fun of the game.
like-
Exactly. I agree with him again.
But also at the same time, it's just like now you have that automatic runner on base. You're in the bottom of the 10th. Say like you just get that inning at the top of the 10th over with. The bottom of the inning, one hit and the game is over. It's like the game is
It's just-
basically guaranteed to end in the 10th inning.
Yeah.
If it goes into extra.
I hate that because it's like I feel like you didn't really earn it. You know, like how that guy got on second base, you didn't earn that.
You didn't earn
One
it.
hit
Exactly, earn it.
How you earned that? How you gonna say you
Earn
earned
your
that
way to
win?
second base, yeah.
You didn't earn that win. That's just nonsense rules.
You
that
play
they
all
throw in.
game. You have a pitching duel. You know, it's 1-1, and all of a sudden, all right, here we go. Throw this guy on second, base hit. He scores a run. You know,
So as a real fan,
game
It
over.
hate
honestly
it.
just makes the walk off feel like it's not that special
It's
because
not.
it's like, you know, like you just have a free guy. That's basically a free run.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And yeah, the win by that definitely took the game a notch down. As a real fan, you
With
don't
all
want
the-
to hit
with-
that.
All you have to do really, ready? Just hit and run. Just put a bunt down.
Yeah,
He's on third.
a bunt and
One
a
more
fly
time,
ball is
one
over.
more time. Like I see if it's top of the
A
10th.
fly ball, man. A bunt and a fly ball. What is that? Not even a hit. You win the game. Not even a hit, giving up a hit.
So improving the game, making the game better. The commissioner is right now changing all these rules, and yeah, I guess it has to go through the Players Association to agree with this. They got to vote, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how they sit down and discuss this nonsense, but they come
But
up with this
I think they're more ruining ruining the game
yeah,
more than improving the game.
no
You know,
doubt.
I didn't mind sitting 5 hours, sitting there eating, making a second round of wings
like,
with him. You know what I mean?
enjoy yourself.
Oh wow, we got extra innings. Throw some more wings in the oven, Ryan. All right. You know.
That's right. So you look, you could throw a perfect game and still lose it because of this ghost runner nonsense. Imagine
exactly.
throwing a perfect game, you know, and then
Right.
they throw a second,
Right.
a man on second.
All
on
right,
you.
we're going to extra innings
How does
there.
it's a perfect game. How does a guy get on second? You ruined my perfect game. There's no stats for that, you know. Like it's a perfect game. I didn't
Right.
give up a run.
No
I didn't
hitter,
walk
perfect
nobody.
game.
I didn't give up a hit. I didn't give up a walk, and all of a sudden,
This guy's on second base.
This guy's on second base, and then I throw a wild pitch. Guy moves to third. Then I throw a fly ball. They catch it, and now I lose the game.
Right.
I throw a perfect game. You know, it was nonsense. You know.
And I'm still throwing. You still throw the perfect game though.
Hey,
With the scenario you just gave,
I hope it
would
counts.
Still be a perfect game, right?
But how many perfect games can you win?
Wild pitch. Okay.
You win all of them. You should win all of them.
Second, the
Moves
runner
to
moves to third.
Fly ball.
Sacrifice. Still a perfect game.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I get the loss. I take the loss.
He'll lose it on a fielder's choice or something. You know?
Fielder's choice. I lost out on a fielder's choice. That's horrible. That's what that does. It hasn't happened yet, but I want to see that. I want to see when that
It's ridiculous.
happens. See how they take
I
it.
think they're
If you
making
could
the
pitch
game
10,
worse.
if you could pitch 10 shutout innings, I want to give my kudos to you.
That's right. That's big, right? And then, unfortunately, you still walk out with the loss. You know,
Right. And still walk off with the loss. Exactly.
That's sad. That's sad.
Perfect game loss. People will be looking at it in years from now when they have to change the rules back. How did he lose a perfect game with a loss?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, didn't Abbott throw a no hitter for the Yankees and lose?
Oh, it was in that time in baseball where they had these things called ghost runners.
Yeah.
Ghost runners.
There's this thing called Ghost Riders.
Yeah, that's
right.
when the league was haunted. Yeah, the commissioner haunted the league.
All right, we're gonna have to cut.
We're gonna have to wrap this up.
Wrap it up here.
I want to thank Ryan for coming in today.
Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate
no
it.
problem.
There we go. Good job, Ryan. Got some insights in there. Hopefully the Mets are listening, and maybe they'll turn it around faster than they need to. You know.
We definitely will.
Say
Let's
bye,
go Mets.
Scott.
Let's go Mets.
I always gotta say bye. You too,
say bye, Ryan.
Say
Bye. Let's go Mets.
Oh, jeez.
We're gonna turn it around.
Awesome show. That was good.
All right.
That was good.
That is-